The alarms weren't supposed to sound for another 6 days. Drill Sergeant Zwaxthak stared at his chronometer, his 3 eyes blinking in perfect confusion as the completion signal blazed across his screen. Human Cadet Marcus Chen had just finished the infamous Proxima survival course, and the timer read 57 minutes and 34 seconds. By the void, Zwaxthak whispered, his mandibles clicking nervously, either our systems are broken, or we're all doomed. The Galactic Military Academy had welcomed its first human recruit with a mixture of curiosity and barely concealed terror. Everyone knew about Earth, the notorious Deathworld where everything from the weather to the wildlife actively tried to kill its inhabitants. The other species whispered about humans in hushed tones, sharing stories of their impossible durability and frightening adaptability. Marcus Chen seemed ordinary enough, standing barely 2 meters tall with his soft pink skin and peculiar forward-facing eyes. But Zwaxthak had learned long ago that appearances could be deceiving, especially when it came to Deathworlders. The Academy's most challenging course had been designed to break down cadets over 7 grueling days, teaching them to survive in the harshest environments the galaxy could offer. No species had ever completed it in less than 5 days. The other drill sergeants gathered around Zwaxthak's monitoring station, their various appendages twitching with anxiety. The human's vitals are completely normal, reported Sergeant Cleanash, her crystalline form shimmering with disbelief. Heart rate 68 beats per minute, temperature 37 degrees, not even breathing hard. On the screens, they watched Marcus navigate through the acid rain simulation, treating the corrosive downpour like a mild inconvenience. "This is just Tuesday weather back home," they heard him mutter through the comm system. The lava field challenge, which typically took cadets 2 days to cross, became Marcus's morning jog. He leaped from rock to rock with casual grace, commenting, "Reminds me of hiking near Kilauea with my grandmother." When the gravity shifted to crushing 10G conditions, Marcus simply adjusted his stride and kept moving. "Heavy gravity day at the gym," he chuckled, his bones somehow not snapping under the immense pressure. The watching aliens exchanged horrified glances. What kind of planet-produced beings who considered volcanic hiking a family activity? The real panic began during the final phase, the Nightmare Gauntlet. This section combined every lethal environmental hazard known to galactic science, from radiation storms to carnivorous plant attacks. Most cadets spent 3 days just mentally preparing for this section. Marcus walked in humming an ancient Earth tune called "Walking on Sunshine." The radiation that should have cooked his cellular structure merely made him comment, "Feels like a nice day at the beach." When the 12-meter razor vines lunge at him with diamond-hard thorns, Marcus casually grabbed one and used it as a rope swing. "We had something similar in Australia," he said conversationally, "except those were venomous too." The temperature dropped to absolute zero, and Marcus simply zipped up his jacket. It rose to plasma-level heat, and he rolled up his sleeves. "Chicago winters and summers prepared me for this," he explained to no one in particular. Sergeant Vorthake, a battle-hardened veteran of 7 wars, began hyperventilating through his gill slits. "He's treating our ultimate challenge like a theme park ride," he wheezed. The final horror unleashed was the Shadow Beast, a creature of pure nightmare energy that fed on fear itself. Marcus looked at it with mild interest. "Oh, you're like the monster under my bed when I was 5, he said cheerfully. "Except smaller and less scary." The Shadow Beast whimpered and retreated into its dimensional pocket. As Marcus strolled out of the course entrance, still humming, the drill sergeants huddled in emergency session. "We need to redesign everything," Zwaxthak declared, his voice shaking. "If this is what humans consider easy, we're not training soldiers, we're running a daycare center." Marcus approached their monitoring station with that terrifying human expression called a smile. "Thanks for the warm-up, Sergeant," he said politely. "What's the real challenge?" The alien instructors looked at each other, then simultaneously reached for their resignation forms. In the Academy's 1,000-year history, they had never encountered a species that could make their ultimate test seem like recreational entertainment. As word spread through the galactic military network, recruitment officers across the galaxy began updating their files on human capabilities. The notation read simply, "Warning, Deathworld species. Standard training inadequate. Recommend immediate course redesign or early retirement for all involved personnel."